Hello everybody, my name's JD and welcome to my first Let's Play of Mountain Blade Warband. So, just a side note before we start, I'm running native right now, but if this series goes pretty well, I think I'm going to play the Floris mod. So I'll leave a link in the description to that mod, and I'll put a link in the description about this game in Steam. With those aside, let's start our campaign. Welcome, adventurer, to Mountain Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not that does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. So, I'm going to play as a male, and I am not going to be a noble. Although if you do want to be a noble, you can just choose every top option, and it will make you a noble when you start the game. Uh, hmm. And I'm sorry I'm skipping through these, but I've played a few campaigns of this game and I've read them before, and it's just kinda bland now. Hmm. Alright. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. To everyone else, it's clear that you're now motivated solely by personal gain. You want to be rich, powerful, respected, feared. You want to be the one whom others hurry to obey. You want people to know your name and tremble whenever it is spoken. You want everything, and you won't let anyone stop you from having it. So let's become an adventurer and ride to our destiny. And I am going to play this on realistic, so that you know I'm not cheating. Uh, hmm. In strength, agility, intelligence, and charisma. I think we're going to be a slightly below intelligence person to begin with. Kind of bashy sword kind of thing. Hit first, ask questions later. Get some more HP, some more damage, some more skill. I think we're going to do one-handed weapons and a shield. And that's all our points, so. And I think our name is going to be, as corny it is, Ragnar, because I can't come up with any Nordic names. We'll put that. We'll put all our points into one-handed weapons right now. I just randomize till I find a character that I can do with for the rest of the game. You don't really see their face too much unless you actually intentionally look at it, so it won't really affect anything. Yeah, bald guy, kind of. Good enough. And you hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and their mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may finally leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key to your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, I'm going to take a ship to Sargoth in the Kingdom of the Nords. You took passage with a trading longship carrying gear falcons from the furthest reaches of the north to be bartered for linen and wool. It sailed early in the season, but the master reckoned that the risk of drifting ice and later winter storms could be justified by arriving ahead of the sea raiders, who by April would be sailing forth from their island lairs to ravage Calradia's coast. And we'll hear a lot more about them when we fight them in the campaign. It was some relief when your ship came in sight of the delta of Vil and Bullock rivers, and a short while later rode past tidal flats and coastal marshes to the city of Sargoth, home to the Sea Raiders' distant kinsmen, the Nordic lords, who a few generations ago had carved themselves a kingdom in this rich but troubled land. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Sargoth, and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still are deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. And here's our first fight. Just going to take a little shot here. I don't really use ranged weapons anyways, so it's not. Ooh, I did not want to take a hit. Shouldn't matter though. Oh, that was dirty. Oh man, I don't want to die to this guy. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, by the way, so I shouldn't be getting owned by this guy. He's supposed to be easy. Die. He won't let up his defenses. Oh, I got him now. Oh my gosh, nope. I refuse to die. Unbelievable how hard that was. But we made it. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows that he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me out with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. Merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street, and then, finally, convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. And here's where I'm going to end the first episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll have the second episode out probably later today. I plan to release 2 videos a day. And if you enjoyed it, please leave me a comment and rate maybe if you enjoyed it, because it tells me what I did right or wrong, and I'm new to this, so thank you very much. Thank you for watching, folks, and I'll see you next time.